Hey everybody, Cake Marshall here. Yeah, we're in the middle of summer and that means State Fair Cake Day. It's just a few short days away. I'm going to put together 3 short videos to kind of get us in the mood leading up to Cake Day. I call it the Treats of Summer Short Takes. And yeah, today we're going to make strawberry jam. You guys know what the difference between jam and jelly is? You can't pump up the jelly. That's right, you can't pump up the jelly. So yeah, stay with me. We're going to go ahead and make strawberry jam. I'll see you guys in a second. Hey everybody, Cake Marshall here. Yeah, like I said, today we're going to make some jam. It's going to be delicious. The first thing we need to do to get the jam going is actually heat up the water for the jars that we're going to put in and get them sterilized. So I've got my big jam making pot here, and it's got a basket in it. The basket holds the canning jars, and I've got them down in this water, and it's coming up to a boil now. I just want to kind of keep it at a low simmer. It's going to take a while to get going, so that's the first thing that you're going to do. So while that water is getting boiling, I'm going to prep the strawberries. We're going to make strawberry jam today, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we got that water heating up. I'm going to go ahead and cut these strawberries into quarters and top them of the green. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get them ready. Once we've got them all cut up, we'll put them in this pot here, and we're going to smash them up real good with the potato smasher. But first we got to cut them up into small chunks and get the little green top off. Because you know what? This is no good in the jelly. It won't taste good at all. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I've got all the strawberries cut up here, and by the way, there were about 3 pounds of strawberries here for this recipe. And the next thing I'm going to do is mash them up real good into a pulp. I'm going to use this potato masher, and yeah, I mean, don't need to really explain this process here. We're just going to smash it up real good until it gets real juicy, and there are no big chunks left in it. So yeah, you'll see me mashing here for a little while. I'm going to mash it up. I think I got it smashed down enough. The next thing we're going to add is a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So I've got a 1/4 cup of lemon juice here. I'm going to add that, and then we want to add some pectin, and we want to stir the pectin in real good. I prefer a Sure-Gel brand, and the recipe calls for 6 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and use a full packet here of the Sure-Gel. Alright, I want to get that good and mixed in there, and then we're going to go ahead and put it on the fire and start getting this stuff hot. See you guys at the stove. Okay, I got it on the stove now. It's on about a medium-high heat, and I'm going to keep stirring it here, get all that pectin and the lemon juice mixed in. You want to bring this up to a boil that can't be knocked down. That term means that if you're stirring it, it still should continue to boil. It shouldn't get knocked down when you stir it. So it's going to take a while, and we're just going to keep stirring here. It's time for stirring. Okay, I've got it at a good boil now, and as you can see, when I stir it, as soon as I stop stirring, it's coming right back up to a boil. So that's a boil that can't be knocked down. So the next thing we're going to add in there is 6 cups of sugar, and most recipes call for white sugar. And yeah, wowzer, that's a lot of sugar, but hey, I'm not saying that this is a diet food here. I'm saying that this is a delicious food. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in this 6 cups of sugar, and then we're going to stir that in. Okay, 6 cups of sugar in. Let's get that stirred in. And you want to do a really good job of stirring this in. You don't want to leave any clumps or let any crystals form or anything. So make sure you really get this stirred in. Okay, while I'm waiting for that to come back to boil, I'm going to go ahead and pull those jars out of the water. They've been simmering in there for a while, and I'm going to set them over to the side on the counter so when we're ready to pour jam in, they'll be all ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those out of this boiling water here. Careful, remember it is boiling water. So I've got this nifty jar grabber thing here. So these are good and hot, and they're plenty sterile now. That's super important in canning and jamming. So you have sterile jars to start with. Okay, we've got this back up to a boil here. I'm going to take this time to skim off some of this foam. It's not that this foam isn't delicious, but it just doesn't look that great in the jar. And you know, we're super worried about our presentation, so we got to get this right. So go ahead and scoop off any foam that's on the top here. Okay, we'll never be able to get all that foam totally off of there, so I've done the best I can. It's still at a raging boil here, and we're going to go ahead and take it off the fire and bring it over to get jammed up in the jars. I got my hot mitts. Remember, this stuff is super hot. It's got heated up sugar in it, and that can get real hot. So I'm going to take this over to the jarring station. I'll see you guys over there in a second. It's looking good. I've got my sterilized jars here, and I've got a nice funnel for pouring this into the jars here. It's a jam funnel, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to use this glass here as a ladle, and we're going to go ahead and fill up these jars. We don't want to go quite to the top. We want to leave maybe a quarter or half inch to the top there. So yeah, let's go ahead and start filling our jars. There's definitely going to be some spillage here, and that's why I've set down this towel to catch any kind of extra jam or moisture that may come down. All the jars are full now, and I'm going to go ahead and put the lids on. I've got this super slick magnetic lid picker-upper that can pull them out of the super hot water here and help me place them on the jars. Look at that, pretty slick. Got all the lids on, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten them down. You want to go hand tight on these, and then I'm going to put them back in the hot water for another 10 minutes. So just tighten them down as best you can. Remember, this stuff is hot. That's why I've got these pads here to work with. I've got all the jar lids tight, and we're going to use the jar grabber again to place them back in the hot water. We're using the grabber here so we don't get our hands too close to that boiling water again. So I'll see you guys back at the stove, and we're going to go ahead and start dropping these in the boiling water. Okay, we've got them all back in the hot water. We'll go ahead and let that sit for another 10 minutes just to get it all sterilized and sealed up, and then we'll pull them out. See you guys in a few. Okay, that's it. It's been 10 minutes. These jars are ready to come out. Yeah, quick and easy. Summer jam. Can't beat it. Summer's a great time to get all this extra fruit and get it into some jars, and then you could save it all throughout the whole winter and enjoy great summer fruits. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull them out and set them to the side here. You can see they're looking good. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you guys at State Fair Cake Day. Don't even be late. See you guys.